Hugh Jackman is reportedly the latest celebrity to become involved in the legal dispute between Blake Lively and her It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni.
An update today on Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's legal war. Could Hugh Jackman be called to testify? A new report today says that Baldoni's legal team wants to depose Jackman about his close friend Ryan Reynolds and Ryan's conduct during filming of It Ends With Us. The two were shooting Deadpool and Wolverine at the time.
Let's go!
Yeah! We contacted Baldoni's attorney Brian Friedman today for comment, and we did not hear back by our deadline.
Lively herself was doing some kind of strange things during her press tour. She was criticized for her tone-deaf approach to the movie, which is supposedly a fairly serious movie about abuse and all the rest.
Hugh Jackman, the iconic Wolverine actor and Broadway sensation, has now been unexpectedly dragged into the heated legal war between Blake Lively and her It Ends With Us co-star and director Justin Baldoni. Jackman, who recently shared the screen with Lively's husband, Ryan Reynolds, in Deadpool and Wolverine, suddenly finds himself entangled in shocking allegations and behind-the-scenes turmoil, with both films gearing up for massive 2024 releases. Just weeks apart, insiders are buzzing about hidden industry alliances, secret deals, and unexpected rivalries that could be fueling the chaos. From surprising testimonies to career-altering bombshells, this trial is quickly turning into one of Hollywood's most explosive scandals yet.
Well, Justin Baldoni just experienced a new win in court this morning. So Khaleesi, aka Blake Lively, sent in a couple of her dragons to defend her in today's court hearing, and the judge actually ruled in Baldoni's favor. So Blake Lively was hoping to put a gag order on Justin Baldoni and his attorneys, which the judge denied. And on top of that, Blake Lively was also fighting against Justin Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, from deposing her because she didn't like Brian Friedman. And the judge basically said, listen, lady, that's not how it works. This is not a Colleen Hoover film, and you don't get any say over that. So as of now, things are moving forward. The judge basically said, listen, the two of you play nice and let's get to March 9th, 2026, which is their upcoming trial date next year.
Other documents that we've obtained reveal what really happened. A campaign to tarnish Lively after she alleged that Justin Baldoni, her co-star and director, and Jamie Heath, the producer, had engaged in misconduct while shooting the film.
Now again, keyword there, the alleged smear campaign, but listen to what Megan herself, the author, says.
In a legal complaint Lively filed on Friday, private text messages and other documents that we've obtained reveal what really happened.
Let's start with the trial itself. According to insiders, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni have been embroiled in a tense legal battle for months. The lawsuit includes serious accusations of defamation, harassment, and the intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Blake Lively is accusing Justin Baldoni, who is her co-star and her director, of It Ends With Us for sexual harassment and retaliation. Now, she claims he made inappropriate comments and even crossed physical boundaries while on set. Baldoni's response, a $400 million lawsuit against Blake, Ryan Reynolds, and their publicists.
I don't know about you guys, but I want to see Justin Baldoni's cut of It Ends With Us because it had way higher audience testing. So as we know, Justin Baldoni has claimed that Blake Lively took over the editing of the film and ultimately made it so her cut of the film was the one released to the public, despite Justin Baldoni being the director of the film. Part of creating a film is doing audience test screenings to see how audiences are reacting to the film before it is officially released. In May 2024, Sony and Wayfair did an official audience test screening for Justin Baldoni's cut of the film, and that scored 94% with females under 35, which was the primary target audience, and both Sony and Wayfair were reportedly ecstatic about this score. Blake Lively reportedly did a friends and family screening of her cut of the film, and apparently they really liked it, so she then demanded an official audience test screening of her version of the film. And because she had threatened to withhold promotion of the film, as well as, quote, her barely veiled threat to end Baldoni's career with a slew of false accusations, the studio agreed to do an official audience test of her version of the film.
Insiders believe this lawsuit could send shockwaves through Hollywood, as the battle isn't just unfolding in the courtroom, it's playing out in the media as well. With both stars' public images at stake, they're going all in to defend their reputations.
Said this decision was made on the understanding that Lively had agreed with Sony that if Baldoni's director's cut tested higher, she would drop the matter and fully cooperate so that Baldoni could finish the film without further interference. They did a test screening of Blake Lively's cut in the same place they did the test screening of Justin Baldoni's cut, and her cut scored an 82% approval rating with the same audience, which was 12 points lower than Justin Baldoni's cut. And then allegedly after this, Lively doubled down on her refusal to promote the film. And here they showed proof of the audience score for Blake Lively's cut versus Justin Baldoni's cut. So how she got Sony to ignore this, the difference in audience scores, I don't know.
But here's where the story takes a shocking turn. Hugh Jackman has now emerged as a key witness. Some reports suggest he holds critical information that could tip the case in Justin's favor, while others claim he's being forced into testifying against his will.
All rise. The judge has ruled on Blake Lively's protective order. So Blake Lively was fighting to have a protective order put in place for attorneys' eyes only to protect items that may come up in discovery, presumably the Taylor Swift text messages. And to be clear, Taylor Swift isn't the only high-profile celeb that's part of this. Hugh Jackman appears to be tied with all of this. We have Bradley Cooper, who Blake Lively thanked in the credits for It Ends With Us, seems to be involved in all of this. So there are a number of high-profile celebrities outside of Blake and Ryan Reynolds that will be dragged into this, and there may be some discovery that gets dragged up that is linked to that.
Could Hugh Jackman's testimony be the game changer that decides the trial's fate? And how did he even get caught up in this controversy? Let's take a closer look at how he fits into the chaos.
Hugh Jackman, who plays the X-Men icon Wolverine and starred alongside Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool and Wolverine, will apparently be deposed ahead of trial. Now remember guys, trial is set for over a year from now, March 26, 2026. And according to the official court docket, the deposition deadline is October 15th, 2025. So that'll be a long stretch of time where we'll probably see some more notable names pop up. According to a source, Jackman will be deposed before the trial, as Baldoni's legal team want to get the full scope of Reynolds' conduct during the time that It Ends With Us was filming. Hugh will be deposed if this goes to trial, the insider said. There is no way that he cannot. Baldoni's legal team is doing everything they need to do to get a full scope of Ryan's conduct during the time It Ends With Us was filmed. As Ryan's good friend, who starred in the film and was with Blake and Ryan many times in private during that time, his deposition will likely be crucial. They are not going to leave any stone unturned. Depositions are part of the pretrial discovery process where witnesses are questioned under oath. It helps attorneys with preparing their case before trial, but does not automatically mean it will go to trial. Reynolds and Jackman starred together in the Marvel smash hit, which the former also co-wrote. Filming kicked off in May 2023, around the same time that It Ends With Us was in production.
Leaked reports suggest that Hugh Jackman has been pulled into this trial due to his close professional and personal ties with both Blake and Justin. Sources claim he has access to private messages, emails, and other crucial evidence that could potentially unveil hidden truths in this escalating legal battle. But things are getting even more complicated. Blake is now under fire for what many see as a dismissive and carefree attitude toward the entire situation. As tensions rise in court, critics argue that she seems completely unfazed, continuing to post lighthearted content on social media and making public appearances as if nothing is happening. While some believe this is her way of diverting attention from the controversy, others see it as outright irresponsibility.
Here, for example, she was doing a strange interview.
But for people who see this movie, who relate to the topics of this movie on a deeply personal level, they're really going to want to talk to you. This movie is going to affect people, and they're going to want to tell you about their lives. So if someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you, what's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would you recommend they go about it?
Like asking for like my address or my phone number or like my location share. Or I could just location share you and then we could
That's weird. He's literally asking, what would you say to somebody who was talking about abuse? And she's like, you want my phone number? Like, what is happening right now?
Meanwhile, insiders claim that Hugh Jackman has been hesitant to step into the fray, worried about the potential impact on his own career. After all, he has long been regarded as one of Hollywood's most respected figures. Does he really want his name tied to this explosive trial? On the other hand, some sources suggest Hugh is choosing to cooperate to safeguard his own reputation. Staying silent could spark speculation about his involvement in Hollywood's behind-the-scenes power, struggles, leaving him caught in the crossfire of industry gossip.
The source also pointed out that Jackman helped promote It Ends With Us, and that Reynolds appeared to include several not-so-subtle disses about Baldoni in Deadpool and Wolverine, adding, "It's unlikely Hugh wasn't aware of this." Not only this, but Hugh helped promote It Ends With Us in the same way that Taylor did when they did their group shot for the cross promo with Deadpool. The timing of the premieres is also no coincidence. Jackman supported It Ends With Us by attending the movie's New York City premiere with his pal Ryan Reynolds, though they had upper-level seating, not basement.
And let's not forget, this wouldn't be the first time a celebrity was pressured into testifying in a high-profile trial. Remember when James Franco and Elon Musk were unexpectedly pulled into Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's defamation case? Hollywood has a history of dragging big names into legal battles, and now it seems Hugh Jackman might be its latest target. Natinam Seinstein.
Now, the judge has ruled and does agree that high-profile third parties that are not involved directly in the lawsuit, they are entitled to some privacy. Therefore, any of their information may likely be deemed attorney's eyes only, meaning that it'll have to be kept confidential and that certain information can only be shared with just the attorneys, not the clients, and most certainly won't be leaking in the public. So while they are protected, if there's anything that is directly related to the lawsuits or related to the claims made by either party, that can be brought up in discovery and that can be shared with the clients and may possibly be leaked.
We have a problem. We have a big problem. Blake, call your attorneys. The smear campaign is still smearing, and this time it's not the creators, it's not the TikTok people. It's happening. Variety and The Hollywood Reporter are part of the smear campaign. It's clear they're all still working against you. They're reviewing your movie, and they don't like it. You guys, it's a smear campaign.
With Blake facing backlash for her seemingly carefree attitude and Hugh torn between loyalty and protecting his reputation, this trial is shaping up to be one of Hollywood's most shocking legal battles yet, to understand why Hugh is entangled. In this mess, we need to look at his history with Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Reports suggest that Hugh and Blake have been friends for years, with some even claiming he played a key role in mentoring her early in her career. But here's where things take a turn. Sources allege that their relationship has strained over time, especially as Blake's influence in Hollywood continued to rise.
She does.
Hugh Jackman's ex-wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Okay,
looks
I
just
can
like
see that.
Brene Brown. I was like,
Anyway,
I
I
know
just
Brene
wanted to
Brown
give that
was dating
27
Hugh
years
Jackman.
together, and now this one.
I thought he was gay.
I thought that too. There were all those rumors for so long, but I would say this solidifies his straightness. You know what I mean? I don't think you get divorced.
I think we all wish he
PR
was gay.
orchestrated.
And, I think we've seen over the years, most people have affairs, but then they'll go back to their significant others. I mean, it's very hard to actually make the step to divorce. So this was very interesting to me. Like, I feel like they must have felt, the two of them, that they really had this incredible connection to both end, within months or something of one another.
Hers was around October, I think it ended. They separated, but his was last year.
Hugh and Justin have also shared a professional bond for years, with Justin openly praising Hugh as one of his biggest inspirations as a filmmaker and actor. Could this be why Justin's legal team is counting on Hugh's testimony? With personal ties to both sides, Hugh's involvement makes things even more complicated. If he speaks out against Blake, he risks damaging a long-standing friendship. But if he supports her, he could strain his professional relationship with Justin. Talk about being caught in an impossible situation. The moment Hugh's name was linked to the case, the internet went into a frenzy. Social media is now divided, with fans rallying behind Dr. Team Blake and Darn Team Justin, turning this legal showdown into a full-blown Hollywood spectacle.
Blake's legal team feels confident that once they present their side of the evidence, that there's a chance the jury may swing in her favor, but we have to wait and see how this all plays out. But at least for today, Justin Baldoni has experienced a win in court, and we will see how this continues to unfold over the next 13, 14 months. But at least for now, Justin Baldoni gets to keep his website of receipts up for the moment, because Blake Lively's gag order did not stick. The judge said, mention it all.
Many fans are rallying behind Hugh, sympathizing with him as an innocent bystander caught in the middle of a legal firestorm. Others, however, are questioning whether he has his own secrets to hide. After all, Hollywood is no stranger to backroom deals and carefully crafted cover-ups. Even fellow celebrities are weighing in. Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively's husband, reportedly dismissed the controversy as nothing more than media spin, insisting that Blake is staying strong despite the rumors. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, a longtime friend of Hugh's, came to his defense, stating, "Hugh is one of the most honorable guys in this industry. If he's involved, it's not by choice. Scarlett Johansson, who has worked with both Hugh and Blake, also chimed in saying, "Hollywood politics can get ugly. I just hope the truth comes out." And in a surprising twist, Oprah Winfrey has allegedly reached out to Hugh for an exclusive tell-all interview. If he agrees, this could turn into one of the most explosive Hollywood revelations in years.
I previously shared with you that the New York Times recently filed a motion with Judge Lyman in New York City federal court to have themselves dismissed from Justin Baldoni's lawsuit. Well, literally moments ago, Baldoni's attorneys have filed a motion objecting to the New York Times' attempt to be dismissed from the lawsuit, and they've shared a lot of new information.
This scandal isn't just about 3 celebrities. It sheds light on a much bigger issue in Hollywood. We've seen it time and time again. Johnny Depp vs. Amber Heard, Britney Spears' conservatorship battle, the Weinstein scandal. Hollywood has long been a battleground for power struggles, cover-ups, and manipulation. Now, this latest controversy has taken an even darker turn. Rumors are swirling that Blake Lively may have attempted to blackmail a young woman, raising serious questions about her role in this already explosive legal fight.
Allegedly, B and her team are online bullying this girl. This girl's name is Kate, and she made a bunch of videos about her experience with this situation.
My mom and I were staying at Hotel 1928 in Waco, Texas this weekend. Blake Lively and her team were staying there as well after South by Southwest in Austin on Friday night. We found this out from all the hotel staff. Ended up recording her coming into the hotel lobby. We were just hanging out, people watching. Her team caught wind of this, I believe. Maybe saw me recording her on the security camera. Did not like this. Thought maybe I recorded something they didn't want out there.
But get this, allegedly, Blake herself is the one that went outside to record them leaving.
Next morning, we kind of were being followed by her security guard a little bit, getting out of the hotel. Blake Lively herself comes out, starts recording us, says hi to get us to look up at her, circles our car, gets the car information, license plates, all that. Online harassment started the next day. Her lawyer, her social media person, her nanny were looking at my stories.
So since this was like a little mini vacation for her and her mom, she hadn't posted much like during her stay. But when she got back home, she posted this to her story. Followed by this story, she says, "I think the security camera caught me recording her while we were camped out on the couch."
Now, insiders claim that a CIA agent with ties to Blake Lively has been using covert tactics and leveraging political influence to manipulate the narrative in her favor. If true, this suggests that Hollywood isn't just about movies and entertainment. It's a high-stakes battleground where reputations are meticulously crafted and careers can be quietly destroyed behind the scenes.
In the United States, where this lawsuit is pending, it's very difficult to sue a journalist, media outlet, because we have this First Amendment protection for the press. And that's super important because powerful people, would be able to destroy a journalist or media outlet by suing them for defamation or libel and keep them from reporting the truth. And so we have given, as a matter of policy, massive protections for the media and other journalists to fairly comment on stories that have not been proven to be true yet or not, so we can get this word out here. Now, and that's what the New York Times is coming back and saying, look, we're not Blake Lively. We're not the ones making the allegation. We're just fairly reporting on what Blake is suing Justin and Wayfarer for. And if that's all they did, they would be absolutely protected.
Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively were once celebrated as Hollywood's golden stars, but now their reputations are hanging in the balance. If Hugh Jackman's testimony uncovers new truths, this case could turn into one of the biggest scandals Hollywood has seen in years. But here's the real question: who's next?
Describes something related to or characterized by pietism, a movement within Christianity emphasizing personal devotion, holiness, and spiritual experience over strict adherence to doctrine or ritual. A pietistic bastion of the media establishment, the New York Times has long presumed itself beyond accountability. Not here. The New York Times went past merely reporting on plaintiff Blake Lively's California Civil Rights Department complaint and actively vouched for the veracity of its false narrative. The fair report privilege the New York Times seeks to hide behind does not protect it from liability for maliciously colluding with Lively and her cohort to publish a fake and defamatory hit piece about the Wayfarer parties, wrongly casting them as villains and making them scapegoats for Lively's well-publicized media misstep.
That's all for today, but now I want to hear from you. What do you think about Hugh Jackman being dragged into the Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni trial? Is he just an innocent bystander, or does he hold the key to exposing Hollywood's darkest secrets? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading and responding to as many as I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.